What's up guys, Massify here, and I know for a fact you guys are probably getting into some big open world PvP guild v guild craziness like I am right now.
I don't have any. I don't know who the f is attacking me.
Everybody regroup.
I've got a full grip.
The waypoint.
There we go. Well, sorry about that, man. That was sorry, man.
Finish this null guy. Tank. He shouldn't be high. Go ahead and take it. Pop off.
Got it.
Tornado's out. Tornado's out.
Nice.
All flat, all
High tech frozen. High tech frozen.
Don't get knocked off. Don't get knocked off.
I got
Out.
Which leads me to the fact we want to talk about trait unlock stones. We want to talk about trait extraction stones and mistakes that you do not want to make with those unlock stones. Trust me, you'll thank me later. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you just a tiny quick tip of a mistake that I've made that set me back quite a bit, and I don't want you to make that same mistake, all right? So let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, as you can see, weekly missions. So once these weekly missions pop up, and we'll just do last week for example, you'll see that you can click on these little question marks if you have completed the contracts, and you will be able to select one, not all, you can select one of these things. Don't fall into the purple gear trap. Now, if it is a BIS item for you, aka best in slot, then you might make a case to grab that and not go for the replacement for the trait unlock stones. So there's not a lot of trait unlock stones in the game, and your first thing that you're going to do is want to collect as many as possible and then not touch them. Why is that? Okay, so if we go into character info, right, and take a look at my weapon here, you can see that my weapon is fully traded out. Now, if I were to do trait unlock stones in order to do that, it would be impossible at this point, right? So if I, let's go to a weapon actually that, or an item that isn't fully traded, this one right here. So if I click here, and there's an option to unlock the trait selectively, right? So I can select whatever trait I want on this piece of gear. Let's say I go down to cooldown speed, it is going to cost me 50. So weapons are 100, this is 50. The problem is you do not get a lot of trait unlock stones at all. So unless it is a like weapon from like an arch boss, or maybe it's you know, like the Junabout pants or something like that, then you're going to want to save these for those, and you're going to need about 200. So you can see I have 107. So I'm late to the game a little bit. The first 2 weeks, I believe I did not collect any unlock stones, and I just went for some random purple gear that makes no sense. So I know for a fact that you have gotten plenty of gear at this point. And if you go and let's say it's this blue belt right here. If I click on this, your first reaction might be my inventory is full. I have a bunch of blue gear that I don't need. It has a bunch of dumb traits on it that I don't want. I'm going to dissolve it. This is a mistake, okay? What you want to do with every single piece of gear, honestly, I don't even care what kind of trait it has on it. And the reason for that is you can extract the trait, okay? And you can sell this trait on the auction house to get lucid. And it only costs about 5 trait extraction stones. So let's say you only have 100 trait extraction stones. And you're like, how do I get more trait extraction stones? You go into your shop, you go down to ornate coins. Now keep in mind, there is some other stuff in here that you might want to purchase first, but we've been getting slammed with ornate coins lately because of the maintenances and stuff like that. So make sure you get like your books and your, you know, your growth stones and stuff like that first. Then we can start grabbing these 600 trait extraction stones. Now that you have a bunch of trait extraction stones, going back here, if we extract the trait, you can see now that on the bottom, it says the latest trade price is 10 to 1,000. So what do we set it at, right? When we're going to sell this on the market board? Well, we just go to search auction house, And remember, this is skill damage boost. So we go down here. So skill damage boost right now is going for 81 at the cheapest. You can undercut that a little bit and go to 80. You can go a little bit higher and just keep it at 85 for a couple days and see what happens. So now that we have some Lucent from selling that, remember we're getting the trait extraction stones, then we're extracting, then we're selling, then we're getting Lucent. Now we can go into the auction house and we can look for, let's just go to crossbows, for example, which is mine. So Rex Chimera's crossbows. Now you can see these are the traits that I'm going to need. So let's just use one of the better traits, like attack speed, for example. You can see it's going to be 1,250 Lucent, and that will get me an attack speed +2. Now, when you go and actually get into your traits and you click on the weapon, which mine are already filled here, but you'll notice that over on this side underneath material, you will see that hit chance or heavy attack chance or attack speed. That it has to be an exact copy, right? It has to be your weapon. So Rex Chimera's crossbows for me, and it has to be an attack speed extract. So now you're able to unlock this without having to click and use unlock stones. So do not waste your time with unlock stones. Just save them for now. Trust me, you will thank me later. So once that is done and you've fully got these going, the next question is going to be, okay, how do we level up these individually to get them to 4 out of 4? We hit the market board again, and this time we're going to go into all underneath weapons. We're going to do search criteria. We're going to go rare, find a trait exactly, and we're going to look for attack speed, which is here, and apply. So these are all the items right now that have attack speed on them, and they're sorted by the cheapest. So if I wanted to get a couple of these attack speed, for example, I'll grab this one and I will grab this one. You know what, let's just go for broke here. All right, so we got a couple of these now. Now we go and back into where the traits are, and I'm going to select the crossbows underneath attack speed, and here we have these far shot longbows that we just bought. Now notice it doesn't have to be an exact copy. They can be blues, and all it has to be is the trait you need, which is attack speed +2% for me. So then what you would do is go down here to enchant, slam it into the weapon, and there's a chance that these blues will go in and make that a 4 out of 4. Unfortunately, I am so broke on Solent that I cannot click this button right now, and boy do I want to. So let's come back in a second. I'm gonna grind out like 2 or 3 contracts just so we can show you guys this. That's another thing to talk about too, is like you are going to be pretty broke on Solent, constantly upgrading your stuff. So just keep that in mind. You want to run your contracts and do the stuff you need to do to make sure you have as much Solent as humanly possible. One quick contract later, and I have 75,000 Solent, which is still nothing, but it'll get us a few of these to show you guys. So first thing you're going to want to do is just click the enchant. We'll get a little bit of blessing if it fails. So this one failed. We have 43 blessing now. So if I click on use blessing, you can see that's going to increase it to an 18% chance. I'm not going to use that yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to collect some blessing just in case. This one did not work as well. So as you can see, now we have 16%. So that's 26%. Still not that good. Let's do this one. All right. And now for the last one, I will use the blessing. So we have a 35% chance instead of the 10, and it went. So now you can see the enchantment mana has seeped into the trait, and you can see now I have 4 out of 4 on attack speed. So that's essentially what you have to do, and you're going to repeat this process in order to get your weapons first and foremost to the level that you want. So I'll continue to do this with heavy attack chance, hit chance, and critical hit chance on my daggers until that one's fully traded out, and then I will start doing that on all of my armor. Now finally, for another little quick tip before I let you go, you do not want to do what I did here and see how I have level 5 skills that are purple. Ideally, I should have gotten every single one of these to level 1 purple first and not gone for level 5 purple. In my mind, I went for level 5 purple on my best skills, which is quick fire, and then also on nimble leap because the cooldown on it will allow me to do another quick fire. So it's not the worst thing to do, but it has slowed me down a little bit and has affected my gear score a little bit because I have to grind now to get these up to purple ones. Thanks for watching, guys. I am having a blast with this game. I know you are too. And if you feel like subscribing to get more Throne and Liberty content, go ahead and hit that button. Peace.